welcome to another edition of Rogue Gaming. It's been a while. This game's called Cop Bastard, which I guess is inspired by John Woo, maybe? I don't know. There was a John Woo movie called Hard Boiled. I'm not sure if this took inspiration from it. So off the bat, I really love the decor. I love the wall, like the atmosphere, the level design looks real. I like the lighting. I hope in the final game the gun in the hand is less blurred. Looks a little blurry to me. I also, of course, I love my gratuitous blood. I mean, that just looks really good. It looks like an 80s action movie. I have a hard time believing that this guy's a cop. He seems to just be running around, like, shooting whoever he wants. The only thing that's missing here is you need a good Jason Statham impersonator to really hammer this whole thing home of this action guy just running around avenging people. There's a guy on YouTube who does an amazing Jason Statham impression. So maybe get him.
And so I said, I think you should make a movie called The Librarian. And then Jason Statham comes up and goes, I told you guys to be quiet. And you're still fucking talking.
So the thing that the one glaring thing that I noticed in this game is anytime you go to the menu, the mouse still appears and you have to kind of off-click to get the mouse out of the game. But I'm sure since this is a work in progress, that will be fixed. The controls are very, very good. I had no issues. I had to bump the sensitivity up a little bit. But I didn't find any big issues with the controls. I felt it was all responsive. I can really, this is a work in progress, but I can totally see this game being something really, really cool. Something really simple. Right now it's kind of giving me PS1/PS2 era vibes. Because aside from the lighting, the character models have that kind of retro feel. Now again, that could be just because this is a work in progress, but I actually really like it. It kind of takes me back to that early 2000s aesthetic, which I love, love, love so much. The PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1 era, those games were iconic. Siphon Filter, Gex, I'm sure there are others. I like the slow motion there, that little bit of, that was really cool. But yeah, I'm sure a lot of things will be fixed for the final release, and I definitely will be playing it. Again, I really like the simple gameplay, and I like how fun it is. The debris is a really nice touch. The voice acting is fun. And, it's the voice acting in a game like this is going to be, I wanted to see if the light switch worked. Again, I hope they kind of fix that. I like when little things in the environment are interactable. That may, again, that's not a game-breaking thing. But I just like to test out everything. I don't know if the maker of this is one guy or a group of people, but I see this as having a lot of potential, honestly. Because already the shooting is better than in some mainstream games that I've played. And I think to get all that right is such a science. To get the controls right. I don't know anything about game design, but certainly I think it takes something to make a game feel really, really good. And I think it's an easy thing to mess up on. So I commend anyone, whether you're a person just making one game, and you can make a game really, really good, or you're a small independent developer. I really screwed up in this section, and it looks like I'm sucking right here, and that's because I really am. It's not the game's fault. Look, I took time to switch my weapon out. I wasn't prepared. My health is only at 19%. I thought I could. That's my fault, though, and I think that's the best thing in a game. If you lose, it feels like your fault. It doesn't really feel like the game's fault. some of the sound effects could use some tweaking and some beefing up. I think. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing to me anyway that's glaring in this demo. This is a well-made, well-designed, fun first-person shooter. I really have no real big complaints about it, truthfully, apart from some visual stuff and that thing in the options where it kind of freezes. But yeah,